Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing. Super Typhoon Haiyan made landfall in the Philippines over a week ago, but its devastation continues to be felt, even here in the U.S. Virgin Islands, where there's a close-knit Filipino community. Now, VI Filipinos are coming together to raise funds for their family and friends affected by the typhoon. News2's April Knight has that story.
The Filipinos living on St. Thomas are literally half the world away from the Philippines, but they too felt the blow of Super Typhoon Haiyan.
They said you could not even say thank you that you are alive, that you survived the typhoon, because when you look around your surroundings, you would be very, very sad to see your village lost their homes and their livelihood.
Lenny Diaz is from the province of Capiz in western Visayas. Her family is directly affected by the typhoon.
Grandmother was 89 years old. She survived the World War II and now she survived the typhoon. But the sad part is my aunt lost her fishing boat, which is her livelihood, and one of the persons working with her passed away.
These Filipinos are sending aid to their own provinces, places that are not getting as much media attention or aid as hard-hit Tacloban City, but are also devastated.
We also want to tell the world that Panay Island lost homes and lives as well, and we need your help too.
Together, the Filipinos are organizing fundraising efforts to help their families and friends back home.
The Filipino Association of St. Thomas, St. John are soliciting money through different local businesses.
Distribution of donation boxes to major establishments in St. Thomas.
Fundraising efforts continue, encouraged by the positive response they've gotten so far.
They have given us very, very positive response to all the fundraising drive that we're doing, and we are very, very thankful that people in St. Thomas are coming together also to help the Filipinos.
The Filipinos have for some time been members of the VI community as doctors, teachers, librarians, and nurses far away from their homeland. They're asking their adopted community to help them help those they've left behind. April Knight for News 2.
And for more information on how you can help the Filipino community, you can call Rebecca Lady at 774-9266 or Lilibeth Trilling at 857-719-5302. Meanwhile, relief is slowly reaching the survivors of the super typhoon as debris are cleared away and roadways are unclogged. Emergency tents are seen around the city. Food, water, and medicine are delivered by every means to remote towns and villages that have gone without them for days. According to organizers working under U.S. aid, for those who have lost everything, relief can't reach them fast enough. The United States is donating another $10 million in aid, increasing its committed amounts to $37 million. 35 Cubans face 7 tough days at sea to get to American soil. They made it safely to St. Croix Wednesday and have been given refugee status. They've also been welcomed with open arms. News2's Erica Parsons has that story.
Well, I'm happy and everybody stay here is happy because, we stay 7 days in the sea and it's too hard for us.
Dariel Quinones left his wife and mother behind to flee his native Cuba, and he and more than 30 other immigrants are grateful to be alive and on U.S. soil.
We bring one old man, the 72 years old, and we bring one child too, the 4 years old. And everybody take care for him and for both the old man and the child. And yeah, it's nice to stay here.
The group of 13 women, 21 men, and 1 child made the long, treacherous journey by sea, staying cramped below deck to escape detection. They landed on St. Croix Wednesday night, and on Thursday, Immigration and the American Red Cross began processing their paperwork for residency. Cuban immigrants making it onto American soil are allowed to stay. That's according to the wet foot, dry foot policy. That same law says, though, if they're caught at sea, then they have to be sent back.
In our country, we don't have that life they offer here. They don't pay enough to live, to make a family, to buy a house.
The Red Cross has been providing emergency assistance like food, shelter, clothing, and more, and many residents have been volunteering their time one even preparing lunch for the group Friday.
I'm from Cuban background. My family had that same position 50 years ago coming into Miami, which is a very sad and tragic thing in my eyes to have to leave your home.
Gutierrez says whether the migrants make St. Croix their home or not, the community should help any way they can.
What they really need is they found a building which was donated by, I'm sorry, I don't know the name of who offered it, but they need monies to pay the WAPA.
Dariel's family didn't even know he left until he called them from St. Croix. He hopes he can one day send for his wife and mother and start a family. For now, he can't say thank you enough for the help they've gotten.
I appreciate everything the policemen, the immigration officers we do for us. The Red Cross is feeding to 3 days.
Erica Parsons, News 2.
About 40 people showed up Thursday for a Public Works town hall. The department called the meeting to talk about a new highway project to improve Spring Gut Road on St. Croix, which is also known as Route 85. Stanley Consultants joined Public Works officials and laid out preliminary designs for the road that would connect the East Side and South Shore Road. The project would also include paving the existing dirt road for 2 miles and creating an 8-foot multi-use path for bicyclers and pedestrians. An existing bridge will have to be replaced as well. In some instances, the department might have to acquire the right-of-way from property owners.
I think this was a welcome meeting, very productive. The enthusiasm, the input that has been provided by the community was essential to this project. You know, as we started this here, we were appealing for the community to come out. They came out, they asked a number of questions. A lot of their concerns we can address, and a lot of their ideas can be incorporated. And this is really what we look forward to in any federal aid project.
Police on St. Thomas are looking for information on a man who was shot in his knee last Friday. Melody Raines has more.
The assault occurred at about 11 p.m. on November 15th. Police were dispatched to the Schneider Regional Medical Center to interview the victim, who was taken there by a concerned citizen. The victim told police that he was walking near the Lutheran church when a dark-colored Cavalier drove by and someone fired shots at him from inside the vehicle. He said he did not recognize the car and he was not able to see inside the car. The victim said that he flagged down another vehicle and asked for a ride to the hospital. Anyone who may have been in this area when these shots were fired is asked to call detectives at 714-9834-911, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS.
Meanwhile, police on St. Thomas are investigating a first-degree robbery in which the 2 victims were injured by gunshots. Police were notified to go to the Schneider Regional Medical Center to interview the victims, who told them that around 2 a.m. on November 16th, they were leaving a bar near Garden Street when they were approached by 2 males dressed in black with black cloths over their faces. One male pointed a gun at them and began to pull at the backpack one of the victims was carrying. The 2 struggled for the bag, and the second victim and suspect also began struggling over the bag. Both victims left the bag and began to run. The suspect fired shots at them, striking them several times. The victims were taken to the hospital by a concerned citizen, according to police. Medical staff said one victim was grazed on his left arm and chest, and the second victim was grazed on his right forearm and abdomen. A 42-year-old man was shot and killed Monday at a Frederiksted Beach. St. Croix police say the victim's wife reported to police that she and her husband had been swimming in the ocean close to the Frederiksted pool when he decided to get out of the water. She remained for a little while, and when she got out, she found her husband shot and unresponsive. She told police she hadn't heard any gunshots and she didn't see anyone or any cars in the area. Detectives are investigating the shooting as a murder, and anyone having information about the incidents, you're urged to call police. President Obama's effort to fix the new healthcare website is making Democrats nervous. Some lawmakers have started feeling the negative fallout from the healthcare law's ongoing problems. CBS's Tara Mergener has the latest from Washington.
The disastrous rollout of the president's healthcare law has provided an opening for Republicans.
Kay Hagan just doesn't get it. Instead of listening to North Carolina, Haiyan continues to push for Obamacare.
Negative ads like this one from the conservative political advocacy group Americans for Prosperity are already targeting vulnerable Democrats. Opponents and constituents are pressing them about the millions of policyholders losing their current coverage because it doesn't meet the new law standards.
President Obama agreed to let insurers reinstate the canceled plans, but that wasn't enough for 39 House Democrats.
House will come to order.
Democrats, including Arizona's Ron Barber, voted Friday to support a GOP proposal that doesn't just reinstate the plans, but also allows new people to sign up for them.
Going forward, we have to take those provisions in the law that simply don't work or have unintended negative consequences and fix them.
The Obama administration is trying to reassure nervous Democrats and the public.
Right now, everybody on the president's team is focused on making the improvements necessary so that this important legislation provides the benefits to millions of Americans that it was designed to provide.
Insurance commissioners from at least 3 states have already said they will not go along with the White House fix. Tara Bergener for CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And keeping our eye on the economy, Sony's shares got a boost after the release of the company's new PlayStation 4. The gaming consoles hit the market in the US and Canada and sold 1 million units in the first 24 hours. Microsoft releases its new Xbox One later this week. This is the New York Stock Exchange with Scotiabank Stock Market Watch. The Dow up 14, NASDAQ and S&P down, NASDAQ 36, S&P 6. Coming up on News 2, one of the world's foremost experts in service excellence, Dr. Brian Williams, returns for the annual U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism's customer service training sessions in St. Croix and St. Thomas. What are the basic do's and don'ts when it comes to great customer service? We'll have that coming up next. The price at Hovenza's fuel rack jumped a couple of cents this week. The wholesale price for regular fuel rose 2 pennies to $2.86, while the wholesale price for premium also jumped 2 cents to $3.34. Included is the government's 14 cents tax. Retail station owners will pay $3 for regular gas and $3.48 for premium at Hovenza's rack. The price of diesel fuel remains the same. The annual Department of Tourism Customer Service Training Session started today on the island of St. Croix. Commissioner of Tourism Beverly Nicholson Doty said the free customer service training sessions are part of the territory's efforts to sharpen the skills of Virgin Islanders in every area of the sector. News2's Shanika Robinson has that story.
Today, the USVI Department of Tourism hosted a customer service training at the University of the Virgin Islands on St. Croix.
Over the last 2 years, we have been making a much better effort to provide the customer service training on both St. Croix and St. Thomas, and the response has been tremendous.
The guest speaker for the conference was Virgin Islands native Brian Williams, who is currently a Maryland-based consultant, trainer, and author with expertise in organizational effectiveness and service excellence.
There were really 2 main objectives. One was the 5 stars professionalism experience and the 5-star service experience. Everything you do, you have to do with an absolute level of excellence and expectation of perfection from yourself. The second real point of the session today was that as you're serving, be consistent and to let love pervade the very intention of your actions, to be unashamed of that.
The free customer service training sessions are a part of the territory's efforts to sharpen the skills of Virgin Islanders in every area of the sector.
I know for a fact that as Virgin Islanders, as Caribbean people, we know how to be hospitable, we know how to be eager, we know how to be friendly, we know how to be sweet, we know how to be nice. It's just a matter of not letting anyone else lower our expectations of ourselves.
One individual in particular was very grateful for the information he was able to obtain at the training.
Today I took away how not to let someone else bring down your enthusiasm, your professionalism. And if you find a job that you love, and you love doing your job, you never have to work again.
Shaniqua Robinson reporting for News 2.
And Brian Williams is originally from the Virgin Islands. St. Thomas's 2 sessions will take place on Tuesday, November 19th at the Frenchman's Reef Marriott Beach Resort. That's from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and then 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Well, in accordance with Act number 7303, Senator Terrence Positive Nelson is proud to introduce the members of the First Virgin Islands Youth Advisory Council, in which the members are responsible for advising the legislature on issues related to and legislations beneficial for the youth in the Virgin Islands. There were a total of 25 applicants from the territory to fill 16 available seats, 8 to represent St. Croix and 8 to represent the St. Thomas-St. John district. The members of the council ages range from 14 to 23, and their education levels range from freshmen in high school to seniors in college. Congratulations to the students. Well, don't forget your opportunity to swing the night away is coming up. The West Indian Company Limited's November Centennial Concert from 5 to 9 p.m. That's on Tuesday, November 19th on the West Indian Company dock. Swing is a form of music that became popular in the 1930s and 1940s by big band artists such as Duke Ellington, Benny Goodman, and Glenn Miller. Rita Printup, composer, arranger, harpist, and vocalist from the Lincoln Center House of Swing, will be the featured vocalist. She has recorded with Yo-Yo Ma, Winston Marsalis. Printup will be accompanied by Dion Parson on drums, Aaron Holbrook on saxophone, Carlton Holmes on piano, and Paul Bedry on bass. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.